Morning. Morning, yeah. It's not often I say that. Welcome to, uh, well, it's not really a series. I'm just going to be talking about politics in the UK. Yeah, national politics. Basically, just whatever comes to mind. I've got a topic of discussion. This is the first ever time I've actually discussing UK politics. So here we go. Hopefully, it doesn't make or break relationships and friendships and all that juicy stuff. Let's just get on with it. So, um, recently, around I want to say a few days ago, maybe coming up to 3 days ago, the Home Secretary of under the Prime Minister Boris Johnson, Conservative herself, Pritti Patel, uh, decided to issue a new law, a new 888 helpline number with the help of Nicholas Jensen, the one of the heads at BT, and they decided to come together and do a new helpline system for females and only females. This is due to the murder on and rape of Sarah Everard, a very tragic event that did happen over here. However, I think this new law is bullshit. It's poppycock. It's absolutely rubbish, you know. But I just want to quickly get a little spiel about Pritti Patel because it's the first time that I've actually discussed Pritti. She's the current Home Secretary since 2019. She has had previous working titles in the UK government under both the Prime Minister premierships of David Cameron and Theresa May. She was heavily motivated to get into politics in the 1970s and 80s due to the success of Margaret Thatcher being the first ever UK female Prime Minister and the first Conservative Prime Minister to win 3 elections in a row, joining the Earl of Liverpool and Tony Blair for the Labour Party anyway. She Pritti herself has described herself as a Thatcherite. She basically loves Margaret Thatcher. She's heavily influenced by Margaret Thatcher. If we go back to Pritti in her earlier days, she did start off in the Referendum Party, a precursor to what would eventually become UKIP, UK Independence Party, and the Democratic Party of the UK. Yes, the UK had its own Democratic Party. Not it's obviously it's a reference to the United States Party of the same name, but it is not. It was not and is not around, and nor was it of similar beliefs and policies and all that kind of caper as what the donkey is in America, I believe. Over the time, Pritti Patel has been having allegations of Hinduphobia, racism, and misogyny, and her last job, in fact, she got sacked due to the legal bindings of just negotiating a deal without prior acknowledgement or knowledge or even an accepting from the UK government, due to her just basically going in and trying to help out kind of a peace thingy with Israel and Palestine, I believe at the time. Something to do with Israel though. And it did result in Pritti's termination from that job, and since Boris Johnson came in, Boris Johnson made her the Home Secretary, and she's also been accused of bullying many of her staff slash other politicians. In fact, She famously bullied, well, famously, and I'm smiling because I absolutely adore this. Pritti absolutely roasted and bullied Prime Minister Boris Johnson. So, uh, that's great. My opinion is that I find this new um, law that Pritti has announced as misogynistic, sexist in a way, as males and boys should be given this number as well as young girls and young females, or women rather. Given this number as well as it's very much a possibility to both genders that violence will occur when they're out in the night time by themselves. It's not just a male, it can happen to a female. Doubly so maybe for males, especially when they're intoxicated. I'm just saying. BT's new deal with Patel on a helpline to solely protect females is pure lunacy. It's pure lunacy. Honestly, it's very sexist and very misogynistic to just single out and just help women alone and not the men. You know, just like, oh, sod the men. But the women, I'm there for you. And I'm pretty sure she does get a couple of brownie points with a lot of women out there, but at the same time, we live in a democracy, and we can't just single out one gender. We have to be there for both genders, male, female, and that doesn't even. And same with every other community, whether they're religious community, a sexuality community such as like LGBTQ, etc. You know, we've got to make this new helpline for everyone. I'm just saying. This should be for everyone, regardless of age, gender, race, sexuality, preferences to who you love, religion, etc. The deal is said to be costing around 50 million, so 50 million quid. Say it's a bit of a waste, especially when the last app that they used, which was the Test and Trace NHS app, worked tremendously well. So here we go, strike two on the on potentially the killer app, or the supposed dead app now that it should be. And this is said to be reaching around Christmas of 2021. A Christmas that is dogged in the papers for potentially going to have a lot of shortages, leading to mass inflation and leading to many people, whilst the prices are at a reasonable and affordable price, to get the fucking Christmas shopping in. Sandra, get the fucking Christmas shopping in. Jenny, we've got to get all these Christmas shopping for the kids, because if we don't do it by now, it's going to be in the skyrocket zone. It's going to be 100, maybe even roughly £200 or some shit for a trinket, whatever you buy for Christmas, whatever they want for Christmas. It's going to cost a lot. If we don't get it now, it's gonna lead to panic buying again. And this time it's not going to be for bog roll. It's going to be for Christmas presents, Christmas stuff, Christmas cards, Christmas trees, Christmas decorations, Christmas this, Christmas that, and all this due to Project Fear and the idea that we could have had a post Brexit Britain. Like we've got or rather a no deal to Brexit, which Project Fear basically said if there was a no deal, we would have shortages on gas, energy, food, all this stuff, leading to inflation, because of course we're not going to get that many coming in. So you know how it works. If you get very little in, it's going whatever goes up is obviously going to increase because it's rare. Absolute ridiculous. Absolute fucking ridiculous, this little thing by Pritti Patel is. And Christmas 2021, I'm just going to be honest. I've already planned Christmas 2021, so way in your fucking face. In your face. I planned Christmas ahead of time. I planned it ahead of time. I've got the cards and I've got them sent away. Hopefully. Hopefully they've got the cards and they can keep them and they can open them on that day. Because that's all you're getting from me. Love, my love is cheap for you bastards. So you better fucking appreciate it. You better appreciate all £1 or whatever it costed me. I'm such a family man. You can tell I love my family. You can tell. You can tell I'm really there for my family. I love them. Enough about that and ranting away. To sum up, the law's stupid. It's a stupid law. Stupid helpline number. Should be for everyone. And really, I'd go back to the drawing board with this new law and call back on the app because it's not going to make it for Christmas. It's fucking stupid.